Hello, orienteering friends. Welcome to another recording from my orienteering adventures. This is a public race at the Czech National Championship. It is we basically ran the same course as the H21A category. Ran for a qualification at this race. Here I am already started, heading towards control number 1. Here obviously it was easy. We had this line up to the mapping start, and now I basically took a bearing and went straight up. There was this small path. I don't think it was made by runners. I think people that are, going to see this area made it. Now obviously this was run over, but basically it led me up to the hill, to the top, where there is a lot of scattered stones, big stones. I was also noticing this green patch in front of me. Now the GPS probably does not really correlate with what you are seeing right now, but I guess more or less we are getting there. So this is obviously that small clearing here, and now I'm at the top. I saw these boulders, these big stones on my right side, so I went to them, and I went to find the control, because I saw that it will be at one of these stones. So I think this was pretty easy. Now to the second control. Of course I took a bearing first, but then there are these how you call that, like greenish forests, young forests. So I was basically heading towards them. Again I stopped, I read the map. So this was not what I'm aiming for. My aim is to, constantly run and map throughout the forests. But so now basically just getting through the forest and trying to get into the, let's say, open wide forest where I could see in front of me. And basically I was aiming to those forests, but here I slightly deviated. Little correction. Here is one of the vehicle roads, and now I started to see those young forests, and thanks to that it was quite easy. I just kept myself nearby the edge of that forest, and then get to the next one. So I will not comment more on this. Obviously the difficult part here is not to lose your direction when you are passing these forests, but these young forests, thicker forests. But of course you have to avoid all the branches, or sometimes it's not possible cross it, so that's why I'm saying that it can be difficult. So when I passed this one, I just basically continued. My aim was to get through it and then decide on what's next. So when I crossed these two, basically I was aiming to get through this another patch of like a thicker forest. Not sure why I was taking a bearing again. I think it was not really necessary. Here I went a little bit to the right just to find, let's say, the best spot how to enter it. Of course I knew that I have to, go as much straight as possible. Here that's the situation where I usually can get lost, because now you can see that I'm trying to keep my direction, but at the same time I'm avoiding all these trees. Now I saw this guy leaving from the left side, so it was kind of a clue for me to get to the control, because I was a little bit on the right side from it, and I think that helped me. There was, during this race, there was a lot of runners around, and a lot of runners ran the same category as I did, so I would say it was easy due to this fact that there were a lot of runners that basically help you to orient. Now to control 3, my plan was to basically go around this small, not mountain but hill, so I was keeping that in my mind to follow the terrain basically, which was on my left, and then I was trying to go straight to number 3. These erosion gullies were all easy to spot, but not easy to exactly. You have to run very straight and you have to be very accurate to find your control precisely. As you can see here, I slightly deviated to the right, but I found the control pretty easily. To number 4, this was how to say, you have to take a bearing and run properly in the direction. Of course I noticed this stone field and I was like, okay, let's run a little bit around this stone field, but still here I was checking my let's say direction, trying to run as well. It wasn't very it was kind of easy, but I think this big stone helped me the most, because I knew that I'm there, and then of course at the end of this erosion gully was my control, so that was easy. Here to the next control, number 5. At first I was thinking to run from the right side, through that forest that is between those cleared areas with newly seeded trees. But then some runner passed by me, and because I saw him on my start, I knew that he's running the same category as I do, so I decided to go with him. At this point I thought it doesn't matter. The distance to me from this point seemed similar, whether I would go to the left or to the right. So this time I let myself, go easy, followed someone. Obviously this guy is much younger than I am, and of course much fitter. Now we both kind of split because he decided not to go over the mountain. He decided to go from the right side, and I also was, I'm not that fit as he is, so I needed to breathe a little bit. Now here again, this is, let's say, an open forest that was visible here, and I thought, okay, here I'm kind of getting close, so I was getting more, I slowed down and I was trying to pinpoint the proper direction to get to the controls. So I was basically heading to some part that would be more thicker, let's say, and I found this guy who was like looking for the same control, but yeah, he thought that the stones are here, but I thought maybe they are.
Tady jsou nějaké kameny, tady je.
So that was a good decision or good sense, let's say. Now here again it's kind of thick but not thick, so I just ran in general direction of the control number 6, and then of course I saw the guy who passed me in front of me, so I kind of followed him, although I was taking a bearing just to be sure. I don't want to be really the lame runner who just follows someone. I also want to, improve and, take my own decisions, but this was kind of obvious that he's going to the same place as I do. And yeah, so it was easy in this regard. It was difficult physically for me to climb this slope, of course. And here I am, number 6. Number 7, my strategy was to follow the terrain, follow the ridge, let's say, or some kind of nose, and I knew that at the edge of it I should be able to find this big boulder. So I tried to follow that kind of strategy. Here you can see that there are a lot of stones, lot of boulders. The map had to be generalized, of course. Here somewhere should be my control. Okay, so it's behind this stone. Yeah, it's not easy to properly spot the shape of the stone because they are much bigger. So here to control number 8, what can I say? Again, quite easy. You just kind of follow the terrain, let's say. And again, I got 2 runners in front of me, apparently heading to the same controls. So again, this was kind of easy. Now no, I didn't saw the tree now. Oh, maybe I did. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, I saw the tree as well. So it was easy. Now to control number 9, there was this decision to make, like, am I going to take the path and run through this small thicker forest, or will I run around it? At the end, when I saw it, the way, the direction I was going, I decided to go from the left side, and the forest was really nicely runnable, so I didn't see that much of an advantage taking the path. Here obviously you have other features that you can orient yourself, like this big clearing on your left, on my left, and then I was kind of headed straight to that, like I saw this hill on my left and I knew that I have to come to some, you know, vegetation, thicker vegetation patch, and it will be behind that. So I saw it right now. Also these two guys, again, they are probably running the same category. That's what I was thinking at this point. So I wouldn't say I blindly followed them, but of course we are running to the same control, so I followed them. Now from control 9, at first I wanted to go straight over the top, but when I saw it I changed my mind. So I went the direction that these two guys were going. Instead, you know, like now when I looked up and I saw what's in front of me, I was like, no, I'm going around. And I think it was a good decision to go around, because for me it would be very physically demanding to cross over the top, and I would get just more exhausted. This way you know, I could rest a little bit and catch my breath, and then of course from this point it was much more easier to run. There is this runner who is running more to the right. You probably don't see him, but he's like 100 meters in front of me, and he's running from the right side of that hill or those stones. I instead took the left side of the hill, but as far as I can remember, we ended up at the control number 10 at a similar time, so I think it didn't make that big of a difference here. Obviously when I crossed this ridge I already saw the like the point where I'm headed. I basically saw the big boulder, or the big rock where the control was, so in that regard it was easy. Again, here I'm climbing a little bit into the hill, so I slowed down. As you can see, here is the guy I was talking about. He's coming from the right, and obviously he had probably a little bit tougher time to climb this hill now, so that's why I caught up on him a little bit. But still, he's a very fit runner, given the fact that he's like 5 years older at least than me. Now to control 11, I'm not sure where he is running exactly. Again, I chose to run more to the left, so I was going around that hill, around those stones that are in front of me from the left side. Maybe he's going and aiming to get to that path that is on the right side of the hill. I guess both approaches are okay, and I believe that we both ended up at the control 11 around the same time. Maybe this time I was a little bit quicker because here, as you can see, the terrain is a little bit flatter. I'm kind of following the contour here a little bit. So, okay, here I'm climbing, which is maybe unnecessary, but like I don't know why I didn't run more to the left and around this. Whatever. And now here is the clearing in front of me. So that was like another navigation point. And yeah, now I'm just headed towards that long clearing and basically to the top. So I will not comment much. Here obviously here is the big tree or significant tree, so that helped a little bit again. Not much to say now. Basically I'm fighting with my morale and trying to keep up. Yeah, here is the guy who caught up on me on the 6th control, I think, or 7th. And I think he's younger than me, younger than I am, so he was definitely like running easier than, or it seemed to me that he's running easier than I do, but somehow I was still able to keep up with him, so that was like, it was good, but at the other side of the things, he kind of led the way, so that was like annoying to me at some points. Yeah, now number 12, that was like, I'm not sure if I even took a bearing. I just, it was obvious that I have to run like 90 degrees to the left and just find the cliff. So I think that there's not much to add. And obviously I saw that guy, right, so he was there. So I kind of followed his direction. Again, the same thing to number 13, 90 degrees and you're running there. Basically I was like, okay, let's get to the next hill with the stones. I think I took a bearing. I wasn't just blindly following him. I was more focused on how to, where to start to climb to that hill. So obviously I was trying to, postpone the climb as far as I could. Here we are getting closer. And I also was looking for, the edge of the like more more dense forest, dense area. Maybe here I started to climb too soon, but whatever. Obviously, it's pretty tired now, so I'm not running. Yeah. It was hot, and I'm not really able to run that fast when it's hot. Like, it wasn't that much hot, right? But 24 degrees Celsius is pretty much for me. Here apparently I took a good decision in like where to climb. He overshot it, and like we got closer together, but as you can see, he's still running, still pushing it, whilst I'm just walking. Now I even stopped, took a bearing, just to be sure, because here is this. I'm running around this, you know, kind of a thicker, denser forest, so you don't see too much in front of you, so that was, you know, like, to me it was, I was cautious, let's say. I didn't want to overshoot it. Now again, control 14, it was kind of easy because you are just crossing to a next hill, so that was easy. I think here I was able to, you know, pinpoint the right stone and to navigate to the right stone, I think. So I was pretty happy with that. For this guy it was obviously difficult to find the control, because he couldn't see it. He was behind the stone, I was from the other side, so it was fine. To me, it was fine. Now to control 15, finally this was a little bit of downhill running, so I could, you know, breathe out, rest a little bit, let's say, and to control 15, basically just, you know, it's the next hill, so you are focusing on getting to that hill and then follow the contours. So I will not say much more. Pretty much when I took the direction and followed it, and then I kind of easily get to control 15. So you can a little bit speed it up here. Here at this point you could see many other runners, so again pretty easy to pinpoint the control. To control 16, how did I... Yeah, well, at this point, when I looked at the map, I basically decided to go more to the right, let's say. There was this possibility to get to the, to the path and then through those denser forests, but I decided to go around them. First of all, I saw the runners going there as well. Second, I knew that I was already there, so that was kind of easier, I knew where I was running. Here you can see on my left the second denser forest, or at least its end, so I was going around it. And then here, I didn't want to go straight up. I basically went a little bit more to the left. I didn't have that much strength to go up. I would have to walk it. The guy on my right side, he went more to the top and over the top, probably more to the right side, let's say. And now I don't really remember what was my approach. Probably I was heading to that narrow ride that is connecting those two paths, but I'm not sure if I did really hit that or not. Right now it seems that I just went kind of straight and I was just, following the general direction. Also, what I was noticing was these clearings with some really trees, let's say. So here somewhere is the meadow, right? But I'm clearly not running along it. It's just more that I crossed it. Again, this guy, yeah, here is the meadow, right? So I crossed it. Follow this guy. Basically running more towards left to the control. Here it started to be a little bit confusing to me, because as you can see on my left it looked like some kind of clearing, so I thought that I'm already at the big, not like a river but a stream, so this here was a little bit confusing to me, and I sort of I followed those guys basically. So it was partly because I was kind of lost. Now I didn't know my exact location, and partly because I was tired already at this stage, so I kind of use it as my excuse to catch a breath a little bit and not to think too much. But here I noticed that we passed that clearing, so I knew that I kind of readjusted myself at this point, and I knew that the control should be somewhere here at this point. Although I saw those guys, obviously. Now to control 17, that was a tough one. Basically climb up the mountain. I decided to go a little bit more to the left, so I don't have to climb the big slope. The other guys were going that direction as well, but right now you can see I'm deviating a little bit, going more to the left side, but I don't know, maybe here again I started to follow them. Whatever, I will not comment it much here. Now the aim was to get to the road and around the clearing to the stone, so I will not say anything more. So here I bit deviated, I guess. I'm not sure if I did expect the control here. I guess I didn't really. But when I looked to the left, I saw the guys and simply, went that direction. So easy, let's say. Now they were, getting ahead of me, so I had to use my own head a little bit, but obviously now again I could see them, so I kind of took the direction, took the bearing. I was monitoring closely the stones. I was trying to guess which one is which, and I was trying to guess the probability, which one will be probably mine. Obviously it was this one because I saw them like getting away from it, so that was let's say easy again. Now here I was kind of not distracted, but like confused by this narrow clearing and whatnot, and then there are these dense forests and small younger forests, so I was here I was just going around it rather than through it, and then from here I took approximate bearing, and first I went to that big stone. I guess that was my aim at first. Then I saw the guys, so I kind of followed them. What else would you do, right? I think that's kind of all obvious, and basically that guy found the stone for me, but I think I would find it as well. It wasn't like hidden, or it wasn't difficult. Control number 20, again, you just take a bearing and you have to, you run through the thick forest, and then the stone is on your left, let's say. So I was like going to, my strategy was to let's get through the forest and then go to the left, right? So that was it. And obviously that guy was using the same reasoning probably, so like what else would you do? It's somehow obvious. I must admit that I was getting out of, not out of breath, but strength. I wasn't really pushing it at this point. I was just trying to keep up with those guys. Control 21, again, I took a bearing. I knew that I have to get, how to say it, get across the hill, and it will be somewhere there. It was a cliff. I think it was at the bottom of a big cliff. So basically you have to find that. Here I noticed that again this kind of small small forest, the green patch. So I followed that direction, and then here I already am getting to the hill, so crossing that one, and then to the right. Not much that I can add, only that I was really tired at this point, so and I was also kind of cautious. I'm usually I can get lost in these stone areas easily, so I was taking it easy. Obviously this is not my control, so I checked that, and then here, this is like a stone field, big stones, so it's not really easy to run, at least not for me. I'm not that flexible or strong, so kind of following the pack here, and this is the control, so it was actually at the edge of some big stone or whatever. Now heading home. It was I would say a good race. I enjoyed it. It was a little bit too much like running, a lot of running, but I don't mind that. It was okay. The bigger issue that I had was that there was a lot of runners, and I could like orient according to them, like use them as a lead. So that was a little bit disappointing. Other than that, I enjoyed it. It was a very nice area, very nice forest, a runnable forest. So, and I do enjoy those stones and little hills. That was like beautiful, let's say. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you like it, and keep it up. Bye.